Right, so I'm 10 days in now to my journey to Thailand, a series where every single day I'm documenting my life, checking in with you, and just giving random updates, giving mindset lessons, advice that I feel could help you along your journey the same way it's helped me. So I wanted to give you a morning check-in today. I'm going to do two-part video here. I'm going to give a morning check-in, all the things I'm doing or have done, and then I'm going to give an evening check-in with all the things I've done as well, and then some, a couple mindset lessons in between. So we're going to start off with the morning check-in. I went to the gym in the morning. I woke up at 5:30, went to the gym, the sauna. I came home, had a meal, I read, I meditated, and yeah, this is where we are now, doing a bit of content and stuff. And I wanted to give you two mindset lessons right now. And that first one is about environment. Environment is so important. Who you spend your time with, not just who you spend your time with, but where you spend your time, right? Because environment can be uncontrollable, and that's the harsh thing. I think I realized recently. I didn't just want to give you advice telling you to make sure you spend your time with the right people, make sure you're putting yourself in the right situations and environment, because I feel there are situations you can't control because you have to do them right now. For example, work for me. On my 7 day schedule, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't have work. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I do. And on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they are some of my strongest days. It's Wednesday now. It's going to be such a strong day for me. I'm going to get loads of content done. I'm going to have such a productive and successful day. But when work comes around tomorrow, it all feels like it goes out the window because I'm having to work, be around people who don't relate to me, be in a place which doesn't relate to me, having to go to work, and it can be so disruptive, and I know it's uncontrollable. So if you are dealing with an environment and you're wondering why you're constantly coming off routine when you have work or when you have these things that you have to do because it's just part of life and part of the journey for now, then I just want to remind you that it's going to be tough, and you're just going to have to try your best and stay true to yourself. But the best piece of advice here would be to at least be aware of that. The fact that if you can become aware that whilst you're in these environments, it can change who you are and how you act, and you're going to be around people who don't relate to you. At least realize that and become aware of it, so then you can react. You can act accordingly when you're in those environments, just to stay true to yourself and just to stay to yourself, sort of thing. Just to get the job and the work done. That's very much what I do when I have work. I go in, I get the job done, I focus on the physical task of doing the work and getting the money, and guess what? I leave. So that's the first mindset lesson. Just environment can be tough. Try and put yourself in the right environments, but if you feel you're in some environments where you can't and they're uncontrollable, at least be aware of that to make sure that you can stay true to yourself and you can act accordingly whilst you're in those environments, just for now, whilst you can't control them. So that's the first mindset lesson. The second mindset lesson is a little bit of a wake-up call. I feel like I will see people who aren't doing well for themselves. They're not looking after themselves. They don't do good habits, and they're not working towards anything. And I know this is mostly every single person right now in the world, other than a very few slim amount. But I feel like the only one thing stopping people from actually doing anything for themselves and going out there and just smashing and wanting to work towards success is reasons. So if you are looking for a reason and you're wondering, like, I need a big motivator or a big reason to be disciplined and to do all of that work to get me there, like, give me one. Just lay it on me, and I'm about to do it, right? Because this is such a simple reason just to get up and get moving every day and to work towards things. And that thought is the fact that one day you're not going to be able to do that. One day, I'm sitting here right now recording this. One day I'm not going to be able to do that, and I can't control when that happens. I can't control if that happens, but what I can control is what happens up until that very moment to, build success for myself, to be able to witness that in the present, to be able to be successful and to be able to go anywhere and everywhere in the present, whilst up until that very moment when I'm not going to be here one day. And I want to give that reason to you. One day you're not going to be here. One day you're not going to be able to do anything, all of the things you wish you would have done, all the things you should be doing. You're not going to be able to do those one day. So just do them now. Save yourself time, so then you can live the rest of your life with that success, with that freedom, with that peace of mind that you did go out there and you didn't regret anything, and you did just genuinely work hard on yourself and build a good life for yourself and your future family as well. That should be a big enough reason. The fact that you're not going to be able to do it one day. You shouldn't be needing other reasons than that, which you probably still do. You probably still have some personal reasons to why you should work towards success, but use that as the biggest motivator, and then turn that motivation into sustained discipline where you're working hard every day. You live by that every day. You don't just think, oh, you know what, he's right, and jump up now. You jump up every time. You constantly relay that and reiterate it to your mind and to yourself. You know what, one day I'm not going to do this. I don't have 5-10 minutes to sit here watching TikTok and doing whatever. I'm going to get up, I'm going to act now, I'm going to get moving, and I'm going to go work on myself now. So that's the morning check-in and two mindset lessons. and then I'm going to do a evening check-in as well and just relay all the rest of the things to you in which I had done, and maybe possibly another mindset lesson to end off as well. So let's get to the evening check-in. So everyone, the evening check-in. I've done the rest of all the things I've needed to do today. Had another 2 meals I've got on. I've posted some content. I've did a bit of calisthenics and ab workout. I did some stretching. I've read and meditated again, and there we are. That's pretty much the day for me. And we've got work starting again from tomorrow for the next 4 days, so these aren't going to be the longest, but I'm going to give you good detailed check-ins regardless, and give you mindset lessons regardless. And like I said, I wanted to give one more mindset lesson this evening, so I'm going to end this sort of the day of the journey, or the 11th day of the journey, with a very important mindset lesson. And it's about going all in. Not 80%, not 70% into your goals, into your content, into your diet, into your training, into whatever you're doing. 100% all in. Whatever you were doing, whether it be content or eating good or going to the gym or any of the things I just sort of listed and or explaining, don't just go 70% in. Don't just see it as a habit. It's not a habit, it's a lifestyle. Content isn't a habit, it's a lifestyle. Gym isn't just a habit, it's a lifestyle. You need to adapt your whole life to designated around those specific goals, that specific lifestyle. That's how you notice real results. That's how you feel better, you get healthier, and you look better, and you get to that desired goal that you want to actually have. You have to go all the way in. That's the only way you notice true growth and true reward. So that's the end of the evening. That's the last mindset lesson today. And I guess on to day 12 tomorrow, day 11 tomorrow, either or.